Welcome to Hard Talk. I'm Stephen Sacker. New York is the ultimate American melting pot, the focus of so many immigrant dreams. But right now, immigration is a hugely contentious political issue in the United States, which makes it a great theme for my guest today, Bassem Youssef, a comedian who made his name in Egypt, who now makes his home in the United States. He's an Arab American who wants his fellow citizens to think hard about the most sensitive of topics. What could possibly go wrong? Bassem Youssef.
Yes.
Welcome. That's a great start.
Yeah, it's very hard talk.
It is a great pleasure to welcome you to this show, Hard Talk.
I'm very, very pleased to be here. Thank you so much for having me.
I want to begin just reflecting on the move you made from homeland, Egypt, to the United States. About 10 years ago, just less, you became a migrant. But I'm just wondering about one particular aspect of the move, your sense of humor. How easy is it for humor to cross borders?
Very difficult, because it's not just about the words, it's about the music and the rhythm and the cadence. When I started doing stand-up comedy here, I sucked. I was so bad, because it's not about just writing the jokes. It's about finding the same wavelength and the cadence and the rhythm that people receive, they're used to receive. So when I went out in comedy clubs, I'm talking to people who are Americans. They have different, it's different. So it's not about just like, you have to be fluent, you have to be quick, and also you have to match that cadence that people are expecting to hear the words and the jokes in. And that takes time.
You talk about learning the rhythms, the cadence, but also the subject matter's got to change. Because in Egypt, you were the political satirist. On TV, social media, you had tens of millions of fans who loved the way you mocked those in power. But you couldn't bring that and do it in the United States.
Well, you come here, you have two choices. You either live in the past and you continue talking about what you left behind, but that would be unfair because you're speaking about a country that you're not there anymore. So it will not be that's not going to be right, because I have to be inside and speak about what happens. Because it's easy for me. I have to carry that burden if I'm inside, but outside, it's not. But here, it's already a saturated market. You have Stephen Colbert, Jon Stewart, Trevor Noah, all of these people already doing that. America doesn't need a guy coming from Egypt to tell them, hey, let me tell you how your policies should work. So I turned my comedy to be more of a personal journey. I've always been out of place. I'm someone who's like judged for what he would say, because it's different from the mainstream. And some people like it, some people hate it. And I came here, I'm a migrant, and now while Trump is taking power. So all of this put me in a very unique situation. I was in medicine. I never liked medicine. I always hated it. I went into comedy. I'm not equipped for it. So I always feel like I'm always a fish out of water. So now my comedy is more about my stand-up comedy show is just like an hour of personal stories, having to fight through these expectations that are set up against me.
I just wonder if there was ever a time as you were leaving Egypt when you actually wondered whether you wanted to give up on comedy altogether, because you were pretty bitter when you left Egypt. You felt, I know you felt persecuted, because you were. I mean, there were lawsuits against you, there were threats against you, the Sisi regime had come into power, and they certainly didn't want your TV show to continue. But not only that, I think you felt, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think you felt many Egyptians accused you of a sort of betrayal because you didn't stick with them.
Yeah, well, that is the problem of iconization people. When I was a comedian doing what comedians do, and then suddenly, because you do your job well, other than not like people in politics or media who mess things up, because my bread and butter is making fun of this. That's my job. So people look at people who are good at their jobs, and then suddenly they consider them their voice, their representation, and that's wrong, because I'm not. So at a certain point when you can't...
But they might say to you, what, you mean you didn't mean it? When you were mocking Sisi and the regime,
of course
you didn't really care about the future
of Egypt? Of course I care, but at a certain point I'm a human being, and there's personal safety, and there's family safety, and the people I care about them. So now I have to balance between hurting the people that I care about or continue being the voice of the people, which doesn't work.
But couldn't you have been an agent of change in Egypt if you'd chosen to stay? And there's one great example that you might look to and say, you know what, I could have been a bit like him. What about Volodymyr Zelensky? He was a TV comedian, a huge success in Ukraine, and he translated that into, well, we know.
So you think if I've stayed in Egypt, I would be now like Vladimir Zelensky, not in somewhere else more cozy and warmer and darker?
You mean a prison cell?
Maybe.
You explain to our viewers and listeners around the world why it is impossible to imagine that you could have made that move into, let's say, activism, political activism, to becoming a voice for the people who wanted change in your country.
But that's not my role. Not every comedian who's good at his job should be a politician. The fact that you say something and resonates with people doesn't mean that you have to go and lead the people into politics. I'm a comedian.
You never had any interest in that?
I never know.
Never.
Because I love comedy as it is.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to be an activist or a politician or a freedom fighter or a thought leader. I'm not. That's the problem. People get so fascinated with comedians. You're the philosophers of our ages. No, we're comedians. We just point out stuff, and it's up to the people to make their change. But it's basically, that's our role. Our role ends at the edge of the theater and the edge of the television. Some people might take it further. I respect that. But for me, I prefer to stay in my comedy box.
Mm. Going back to the transition in the United States, I just looked at the way your career worked when you first came here. It was tough at the beginning. I mean, you were going to clubs in the US where audiences didn't like you, didn't find you funny. There were guys 20 years younger than you getting more laughs than you.
Yeah, and I would go back home crying and say things like, well, I guess I'm done. And sort of the fall, the rise and the fall was very steep. I went up very fast, and I went down very fast. And now it's happening again. I was like, I said, oh my God, here we go again. When this gonna end?
Well, hang on, I'm not sure I'm following this trajectory right now. Are you on the
yeah, well, I will be, just because of like a couple of interviews, I'm trending now. It's like, whoa, and I hear the same thing. You're our voice. Thank you for representing us. Like, guys, I'm a comedian. I get invited to places and to interviews, and I speak my mind. Sometimes it's comedic, sometimes it's serious, but it is very, very dangerous to iconize people, because when you iconize people and you make them represent a cause, that is the worst thing that you can do for the cause.
Something really changed with the sort of seismic, terrible events of October 7 and what happened after that in Israel. Something changed for you because you chose to speak to the international media about your feelings as an Arab American comic.
Yes.
About what you were seeing.
Not as an activist, not as a politician, but as a human. And because I have a little bit of fame, I was invited on shows. So I speak up. So, but that is my role, and I want to continue doing it. But when I get invited into places, because I think it's unfair. I was very, can I be very honest? I was very. I didn't care about what's happened. I consider the Middle East problem is a chronic problem. It's never go away. But sometimes you wake up, I said, like this.
You mean before October 7, you were sitting there in LA thinking, you know what, the last thing I want to give my mind to is thinking about the Israel-Palestine problem.
It's a chronic problem as nobody wants to get, like, you get there, it's quicksand, you get sucked in. Nobody, how can you talk about anything that all of these regimes, all of these countries have failed? So I said, this is like a hornet nest. And then when it happens, I still didn't want to get in. But then when I saw the people, the pro-Israeli people talking on the media, and I got my blood was boiling, because it's like this is plain lies. This is plain lies, and I think it triggered something in me. I left Egypt because I was not able to say what's on my mind, and I came here for the land of the free. The home of the brave, where you can say anything you want, and then suddenly, when you speak about certain things, you get accused of all things, right, left, and center. If I'm criticizing Israel, why is this anti-Semitic? It's like when you criticize Saudi Arabia or Iran or Egypt, nobody calls you an Islamophobe, right? But it's only Israel. It's like this kind of like, oh, you feel all of this like victimization, all of this like guilt tripping. Israel is a government, is a country. And I don't know why, as an American, I can say whatever I want about Trump or Biden, and then I come to Israel and all of these like booby traps that you cannot go into. It is unfair, and it's against the freedom of expression, and that is against the promise that America and the West give the people to tell them to come to us.
But
come here.
What you did, your approach to addressing this issue was fascinating because, and let's name him, Piers Morgan, a British interviewer,
yes,
colleague of mine in the media.
And he's very good at what he's doing.
Yeah, and what you did on his show was kind of subversive because you went on an international TV show and using the darkest form of sort of satire and sarcasm that I can think of, you actually said, you know what, let them kill the Palestinians. Yeah. They should even kill more. And you said, you know, I know Palestinians, my wife's family is Palestinian. It's impossible to kill them, but I keep trying. And there was this sort of edge of horrible sarcasm, dark sarcasm to what you were saying, which subverted the entire interview. How carefully did you think about what you were doing?
I don't know, because I was going there and I could be losing my career or losing... Actually, I lost stuff. Like after the Piers Morgan interview, I was cast to be in the movie Superman. And they talked to me about it, and I did my audition right before, one day before the strike, the SAG-AFTRA strike started. And then after the strike was released, I was in Australia, and then my agent said, like, oh, well, they changed the script, and we're not in the movie anymore.
I'm now being very careful with you, Bassem, because I'm not entirely sure. You were going to be in Superman.
No, I'm not as Superman, but like, I got like, I'm too old for that. But like, I was actually in a very good role, and I spoke to, and it was, they loved my audition. They called me 1 hour after my audition, like, you got the role. And then I was very, and then I was very sad for a couple of days. I was angry. I was angry at Warner Brothers. I was angry at DC, and I was
because what you're basically saying they changed the role in a way that made it a role you didn't want to do anymore.
No.
Or were they actively saying?
No. I was cancelled from the home.
You're cancelled. Yeah, we don't want you.
But in Hollywood you can't really hold them for that because that happens the whole time. They change scripts all the time, and so for part of me I was angry. And it's like, what? I lost a role in Superman and that super horrible movie because what I had to say, because I voiced my opinion. So when I went on the Piers Morgan show, knowing that I can lose stuff, which I did, and also I can lose my people because if I didn't go hard enough, the only way that I did, you say that my satire was dark. You know why my satire was dark? Because reality was darker. Because we were like sitting there talking, like commending Israel for warning people before they bomb them. It's just, what? This is satire. This is satire. The fact that like they are killing people and they feel sad about it. And then I read about it. There is that expression in Hebrew called yorim v'bushim. Have you heard about it? Yorim v'bushim. It literally translates to shooting and crying. And it's like it refers to a group of media and books and movies in the Israeli media when the soldiers talk about how sad they are for shooting people and shooting the enemy. We see that in American movies there. It's not about the thousands of people they killed, but it's all about the mental health of the soldiers who pulled the trigger. And that's why we tell like, oh, we're killing civilians. It's unfortunate. What? What? And they guilt trip you. I'm sorry, I want to say one thing, because I'm sure they said, remember how many times did they bring up Dresden or Hiroshima? It's like, oh, you did it, so we can do it too. So what's next? They enslave Palestinians, so like, what do you enslave black people? This whole idea about guilt tripping you, so like, as long
it's fascinating. But what I'm hearing from you is a lot of thought you have had about what Israel is doing, what Zionism represents to you. What perhaps I hear less of is your thoughts about Hamas and how you, as now an Arab American, but as an Egyptian too, how you relate to the Islamism and the commitment to violence and the commitment to establishing a Palestinian Islamic entity from the sea to the River Jordan, how you make sense of that and whether you have a critique of that too, which you want to express, or whether you don't feel able to express that.
No, I'm sorry. Did you say like an Islamic entity from the river to the sea? Did you say that?
I did.
But people who shouting from the river to the sea are not really Islamic. And they don't, and many of them don't even agree with Hamas. The river to the sea is a Palestinian chant, it's not an Islamic chant. That's number one. Number two, from the river to the sea is not coined by the Palestinians, it's coined by the Israelis. It's in the Likud party chart in 1977. They say from the sea to the Jordan, there are only going to be Israeli sovereignty. So they coined the thing before that. Second of all, when I criticize Israel, I criticize it because it's in a position of power. I'm absolutely no fan of Hamas. And you know from my history in Egypt, the Muslim Brotherhood doesn't like me and I don't don't like them either. I am against a theocracy, and I'm against like religion being in politics, and that's why I find it very hypocritical from Israel saying that we are a secular democratic state, and at the same time just like we are a Jewish state. What are you? Are you a theocracy or a democracy? Are you something like for the secular for everybody, or you just like or exclusively for the Jews? And so that's why is it like when the West talks about everything, it's liberal, secular, democratic. Only when it comes to Israel, it's biblical. Why? You know, that's the problem. Try to convince me that Israeli have more right in this land, more than Palestinian, without using religion. They can't. Because it's like, even the liberal Zionists, they're all about, oh, we're atheists, we don't believe in God. But it is the God gave them to their promised people, promised land, promised by whom? Chosen people, chosen by whom? The God, my God, your God, whose God?
So what I get is that you came to this country saying, you know what, I'm done with politics, I'm done with people's expectations that I can somehow deliver change because I am in the end just a comedian. And here you sit today with doubtless many Arab Americans, but indeed many Arabs in the Arab world, and particularly many Palestinians, now seeing you as a hugely important voice giving expression to their anger, their feeling that the international media is unfair, feeling that their message never gets through. Are you now feeling uncomfortable again that you've become a messenger?
I'm scared. I'm scared. And people will come, when people come to my shows, like if you're expecting that I'm going to talk about Israel, Hamas, no, I've been working on my hour for 5 years. There is not a single joke in my, if you come to my show expecting that I'm going to speak about Piers Morgan and Israel, no. I tell that because I'm a comedian.
I'm actually interested in this interface between comedy and the most difficult subjects. And right now, one of the most difficult subjects in the world is what's happening in Gaza.
Yes.
For you as a comedian, is it possible to find laughs, to make jokes about what is happening?
It is very sensitive. It is very sensitive, and sometimes you throw certain things in the middle. I was in Australia, and I was sold out the Opera House. And then so they added 2 extra rows of chairs in front of the front row. And I went out and I said like, and I started making jokes about like those people, the first row, they paid first row, and then suddenly they found people coming in and blocking their view. Like, and then I said like, these are not extra chairs, these are illegal settlements, and people laughed. So you have like little things, you know. And by the way, and I can talk. Comedy doesn't have to be insulting, but you are interested about the interface of comedy and politics, and I'll tell you why this is important. You know this whole thing about comedy in America about PC, political. You cannot say this, you cannot joke about this. The same. Why can't we joke about what Israel is doing? And why is every joke or every criticism in Israel is like as if it's like an anti-Jewish sentiment? It is not. It is not. And this is the thing.
But I mean, it's interesting you say that because on the one hand, I totally get it. As a comedian, you want to be free. You want to be free to address even the most difficult issues because God knows, you know, the human experience does generate humor and laughs however dark it may be. On the other hand, right now, we know, the figures suggest it's undeniable, that there's a spike in anti-Semitism in the United States, just as there is a spike in Islamophobia and attacks on Arab Americans. So I just wonder whether you as a comedian feel a responsibility to, you know, to tone it down, to find a language that isn't going to inflame, or do you have to ignore that?
No, here's the thing. People need to separate between criticism and comedy and between inciting for hate. You can make fun of Muslims right, left, and center. But there's difference between calling them they are terrorists, or this is different between comedy and real inciting terror. When I go out and I speak about the government, I can say whatever I want about the government because I say more about my government, right? You say more about your government. So, but it's the problem, the switch, because of course there's a rise of anti-Semitism. I mean, I can never even imagine like a Jewish kid going to college and being shot in his spine because he spoke in Hebrew. Same way that happened to Hisham al-Awarta, like a Palestinian kid who was wearing kufiya and was shot because he was speaking in Arabic in Vermont, in Brown University. And there are Jewish kids who are locked in their dorms because they're afraid to go out.
I just have to say, for legal reasons, I mean, those cases you refer to are terrible, but they are still under investigation, court cases.
Under investigation, court cases, nothing is final, but it's happening.
I actually want to, before we end, bring it back to you living now with your family in Los Angeles, an American citizen, and some will watch this and will think, this is the guy who lives in a country which sends or is seeking to send another $16 billion worth of assistance, military and other assistance to Israel, on top of the $4 billion a year it already sends to Israel. And yet this man says that he is proud to be an American,
yes,
and he likes living in America.
Yes, I believe in the idea of America. America gave me that second chance. America was good to me. I am proud, and I want my kids to be raised as proud Egyptian Americans. I like America, the idea. What I don't like is American policies. What I don't like is the American government sabotaging this idea. So me, as an American, I want to have a say in changing how the discourse of an American politics would do, so I would be more proud. When people criticize...
Except you're the Bassem Youssef who, at the beginning of this interview, said to me, Stephen, I want to be really clear with you. I'm a comedian. I don't seek to change things.
Yes, but the thing is, like, when it happens is that I don't want to be you can change things by comedy, not by activism. Meaning that I'm not going to run into, like, political rallies. I don't want to be part of this. But as an American, how do I feel when an American representative wears the uniform of the IDF, when my politicians that I vote to receive their money from special interest group, or their APAC or NRA, so suddenly my votes are gone to waste. So now people, and the Democrats are blackmailing us. It's like, oh, if you don't vote for Biden, Trump will come. So what have Biden done to us? And I actually coined a new name for Biden, Joe Biden, Joe Geriatric Genocide Biden. The guy is not even like good enough to be a genocide guy. He's geriatric. He's dementic. And I want him to go back down in history, losing this for people, because people need to understand that you cannot. Yes,
as a significant voice in the Arab American community, you're telling me you want Joe Biden to lose.
I want him to lose. I don't care about Trump winning, but I want Joe Biden to win, because this guy, he's one of we ask for him is ceasefire, stop the killing, stop the killing. How difficult is this? And then you try to blackmail us with reproductive rights and minority rights. And I said yesterday, if a woman, I hope that will never happen, if a woman loses her reproductive rights in Tennessee, she can go to California and get an abortion. If a woman in Gaza, she does have nowhere to go. So you are basically killing that. You are locking people in, and you are allowing the Israel, who's been a burden on American politics, a burden of American economy, a burden of economy of American best interests in the country.
And it doesn't bother you that Donald Trump, if he were watching this interview, would think, that's fantastic. I've got people like Bassem Youssef saying that he wants Joe Biden to lose the election.
I'm not going to be blackmailed into saying that I'm going to be enable Trump to win. The Democrats did that to themselves. And they cannot continue pretending that they are on our side, and then they need our votes during the election, and then for the next 4 years, they screw us up and they kill our people back in the Middle East. So I'm not going to be blackmailed into that. Whatever happens, like it's weird. I've been only a citizen for 4 years. I was so happy that I voted for Bernie Sanders, by the way.
All right.
You know, and then I voted for Biden because I'm blue no matter who. And then I find this. So you know what? America took 4 years in order for me to make me check out of elections. So good job, good job, good job, Biden.
A final thought. I have a feeling that there'll be some Egyptians listening and watching to this, hoping, wishing that one day maybe Bassem Youssef will come home so that they can enjoy his comedy again, but also maybe just enjoy the impact he has on Egypt's culture. Have you left Egypt totally behind, or is that homecoming, that imagined homecoming, a possibility?
One thing that I've learned is not to reminisce on the past. Maybe I'll be back to Egypt. Is my country, is my home country, is where I spent 40 years of my life. It's a very significant part of my life that I cannot just like forget. But right now I'm focused on how can I make my life and the life of my family. My family doesn't deserve to be bounced around for five countries in the past 10 years. And they need stability. Sometimes your loyalty has to be first to your family and the people near to you and close to you. And the bigger issue has to come second.
Bassem Youssef, it's been a pleasure to talk to you. Thanks for being on Hard Talk.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.